Hello guys, good morning. Great tea to all of you. So remember class, today we are going to discuss about ride in and ride on. So we are going to discuss thoroughly what are the definitions and what are the uses of ride in and ride on. In and on are prepositions. The word ride means are verbs. So these words ride in and ride on are phrasal verbs. Please watch this video guys and we're going to discuss it thoroughly the uses and functions of each and sentences in words. Welcome back again to Ram's tutorial. Great day everyone. Welcome back to Ram's tutorial. Today guys, we're going to discuss about ride in and ride on. So we're going to discuss it further, the difference about ride in and ride on. So we know that ride in and ride on are phrasal verbs. And what is a phrasal verbs? So remember class, when we see at phrasal verbs, that means to say, in grammar, phrasal verbs are phrases that indicate actions. They are generally used in spoken English and in formal text. But aside from that class, remember that some phrasal verbs have a literal meaning, or they can be easily understood. But sometimes it's difficult to understand the meaning of phrasal verbs. But before that, looking them in the dictionary, it will be helpful to use the context to understand them. Here we go. We have here a definition about ride in and ride on. When do we use ride in or ride on? Because there are also exemption class when to use ride in and ride on. We used ride in for private vehicles. And what are those private vehicles? So for example, for elevators and escalators. So for example, remember in and on are prepositions that are used to describe the locations, among other things. But we have a simple rules, or there are simple rules that will help you choose between in and on for locations. Although naturally there are exemptions to the rules. The phrases used about with the riding on the bus is one of the exemptions. But before we consider the exemptions, let's go over the rules. In used when something is located inside, okay, of a defined space. That means to say you are inside. On, we use on when something is touching the surface of something. It's either a horizontal surface or a floor like that or a beach or vertical, and that is the uses of on. A good way to understand with our viewers the difference between in and on is to examine these what you call examples and sentences. Here we go. Let us ride in a. First, we have van, school bus, ship, car, elevator, and escalator. That's something we are going to ride in. We can use it. Examples of ride in a sentence. Number one, she ride in a ship. That means to say she's there inside the ship. Okay, it's just because of in. Second, Mr. Tan ride in an escalator. Where is Mr. Tan? In an escalator. Okay, he is inside. Okay, that's examples of ride in using sentences. Next, we used ride on for public vehicles. You know what is public vehicles? That's for small or open vehicles. Or for animals, of course, we can use ride in also. We have an exemption, so remember, okay, using ride on. So for example, although we use in with cars, so for example, we're inside of cars, But remember, my dear viewers, we use on also for a larger vehicles. Okay? We have first here jeep, airplane, train, bus, tricycle, or horse. That's the exemption of our rules on how to use in and on, or riding in and riding on. Again, this is a phrasal verb. Why phrasal verb? Because ride word is a verb. In and on is a preposition word. That's a phrasal verb. It has an action. Okay? We have ride on in sentences. First example, he ride on a bicycle. That means to say he is on a bicycle. My hobby is ride on a carabao. He is on a carabao. That is what you call the difference about using riding in or ride on. Ride in and ride on class, again, this is a phrasal verb, and of course, take note about in and on are prepositions. So when we say preposition, my dear viewers, it talks about the location of things, or people like that. That is in and on. Okay, using also the verb, which is the word ride, and that is what you call a phrasal verb. And remember that phrasal verb also are very much important class. Remember that. Okay, and determining also the prepositions. So remember prepositions, it talks about the locations or place, either after a verb or the object. Next, we are going to proceed to our motivation and exercises, my dear viewers. Please watch the video till the end. Okay, get one whole sheet of paper, class. We have a motivation and exercises. Part 1 or A, this direction says we're going to ring the correct word in each sentence. Okay, using ride in and ride on, of course. Okay, number 1. I can. Is it ride in, ride on, a cart? Remember, cart, my dear viewers, it's a postcard. It's just a small transportation. It's a transportation also, of course. But we can put also, that is what you call things also. Is it ride in or ride on? That's for number 1. So remember, direction is we're going to ring. That means also we're going to encircle. So I'm going to write or ring the word ride on. Okay, and cart. Why? Because remember, cart is a small transportations. Okay, so we use on. Okay, on means you are on the top. Okay, or cart is a small, what we call vehicles or public vehicles, or small and open vehicles. That's it. Second, you can ride in, ride on a motorcycle. So remember, when we said motorcycle, class, again, this is what you call a public vehicles, but this is not totally larger vehicles. This is a small or open vehicle. So we are going to choose ride on. Okay, that's ride on. 3. Father can ride in, ride on a ship. Remember, ship means to say it's a big, what we call transportation, a sea transportation, class. So our answer for number 3 is ride in or ride on. We are inside of a ship. That is ride in. 4. We can ride in, ride on a bus. So remember, bus, it's a kind of transportation, of course. It is what we call a larger vehicles, if I am right. Yeah, but this is an exemption, class. So bus belong to ride in or ride on. So we're going to write or ring ride on a bus. That's for number 4, exemption class. Okay. Next, Bob can ride on a horse. Horse in its open transportations. Okay, it's animal. Okay, so this is a public. So we use ride on. Again, 1 ride on, 2 ride on, 3 ride in, 4 ride on, 5 ride on for our part 1 motivation. Letter B. We're going to complete each sentence. So we're going to write. Now class, in our second what we called a motivation or exercises, we're going to write the word ride in and ride on to fill in the blank. So we have 10 incomplete sentences, but in order to complete it, we are going to choose or write the correct answer of it. Let's start with number 1. We can blank a cart. So remember, cart, this is about transportations. So we are going to write, is it on or in? Remember, it's a cart. It's an open vehicles, right? Okay, so we're going to write, we can ride on. It's ride on. Okay. Number 2. Look at me, dear viewers. That's our answer for number 1. 2. They blank a motorcycle. Remember, class, motorcycle belong to, it's an open vehicles. So we are going to write ride in, ride on. It's your turn. And this is my turn. I am going to write the word ride on a motorcycle. 3. Kim and Ella blank a bus. So remember, bus, it's an open or large what you call vehicle or public vehicles. That's an exemptions. We are going to write, means this is a bus. We're going to use ride exemption class on. So quietly confusing class if it is in or on, but that's an exemption. Instead of in, we use on. So this is very much important class, how in and on being used it properly. So actually this is confusing, but it's really understandable using phrasal verb, inseparable and separable phrasal verb. 4. I want to blank a horse. Horse is an open what you call transportation or animals. So that's what you call ride on. 5. They always blank a ship. So remember, that's number 5. So ship means it's a big sea transportation. So we're going to write. So ship belongs to ride in. Okay. 6. The pupils blank on escalators. Escalators belong to ride in. Remember, this is for private vehicles. That's for elevators and escalators. Chris and Jill blank a train. Train means it's an exemption, so let us use ride on. 8. My dad always blank an airplane. Airplane is an exemption also class. It's a larger vehicles or an air transportations. So we use ride on. Okay, that's easy class, so don't be confused about that. 9. The children want to blank a train. Train also is considered as a larger vehicles. It's a public vehicles. So let us use ride on. Okay, my dear viewers. Okay, number 10. Sometimes I need to blank an elevator. Elevators and escalators belongs to ride in. Okay, my dear viewers. Okay, number 10, ride in. 9, ride on. 8, ride on. 7, ride on. Review your work. Ride in for 6. 5, ride in. 4, ride on. 3, ride on. 2, ride on. 1, ride on. That's for letter B. Okay, we're going to proceed to letter C, my dear viewers. Please watch and continue to our what we call motivation and exercises for using ride in and ride on using a phrasal verb. This is English grammar, my dear viewers. Next, directions. Remember, this is very much important. We need to read and comprehend the direction because direction help us to what you could answer the following questions. Right, ride in, or ride on. Same procedure to letter B. In each blank. So we're going to fill in each blank. For number 1, taxi. 2, cart, carabao. Banca, jeep, ship, train, jet, tricycle, bicycle. Let's start with number 1, a taxi. So, taxi belongs to, is that a larger vehicle or a small vehicles? Taxi means belong to the small or private vehicles. Okay, so we are going to use ride in or ride on. Okay, we're going to write class. We are going to use ride in a taxi. Cart. So you know that cart belongs to small and open vehicles, right? Okay, so we are going to ride on. Carabao, it's for animals, of course. That's small. Okay, we can use also carabao. It's what you call farmers. What you call it's the helper for backbone of the nations on plowing our field. Okay, we're going to ride on a carabao. Banca. Okay, so banca means it's a small transportation, say transportations, but this is also serve as public vehicles. We're going to ride on. Jeep, this is an exemptions. We're going to ride on. 6, bicycle. Of course, ride on a bicycle. Tricycle, that was number 7, tricycle. So tricycle means ride on. Jet is what we call belong to private vehicles, or that is ride in. The airplane, jet, like that. Train belongs to larger what we call transportations. Okay, so or vehicles, so we can use it ride on. Ship. Okay, ship means it's we use ride in. Okay, that is how we're going to use, my dear viewers, ride in and ride on. 10, ride in. 9, ride on. 8, ride in. 7, ride on. 6, ride on. 5, ride on. 4, ride on. 3, ride on. 2, ride on, and 1 is ride in. Okay, that is how we're going to use ride in and ride on what we call a phrasal verbs. Okay, phrasal verbs using ride in and ride on. Remember, phrasal verbs is what you call an English grammar motivation and exercises for us. Hope, my dear viewers, you're really satisfied about our discussion today using ride in and ride on. If you have any questions, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Ram's Tutorial Educational channel. Don't forget to subscribe it. Bye-bye and thank you for watching my vlog.